So hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is just going to be a chatty update because I haven't done one like this in ages and I feel like it's been a long time since I've sat down and chatted. So if you want to have a chat with me, then keep watching. So how are you? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you're doing okay. I realise these videos are very one-sided and sometimes they feel a little bit self-indulgent, but I also feel like because I've not been vlogging, it's taken my personality away from my channel a little bit because I've not had moments where I can talk to you, because when you're doing like a grocery haul or videos like that, you know, you can't go off on a tangent every time, even though I bloody try, don't I really do. Every time I come to like edit the videos I'm like, Jesus Christ Charlotte, shut up. But yeah, I've always been an oversharer and always been like a person that's very keen for connection with people. I just thought I would come and chat. The kids are at school today, obviously, but Stan's there as well. Stan's with me 3 days a week, but he's obviously gone back now. We kept him off, well, once we found out that the other two weren't going back, A, because we felt like it was the right thing to do, but B, it gets very confusing when you've got multiple children, because we told two the reasons why they can't go back, but then if we sent Stan, it would sort of make those reasons feel like untruthful to our children, we felt. And also then there would be like that whole issue of like catering to everybody's feelings, because Stan might not want to go and it could make like nursery a bad place in his head because he's being made to go when his brother and sister can stay at home. And we just felt like we'll just like we paid like for his place and stuff because that's obviously what you've got to do, but we kept him home. But they're all back now. He's back today, and he started on Monday as well, so he does those days. And it's weird, I already feel so much better. It's hard to articulate really what the last couple of months have been like, and I probably don't need to, because you know, like you'll know if you're a parent how tough they've been, regardless of what your situation is, because I really do feel like we all went through it together. And it's, oh gosh, I'm in this place where I've come out of it, and at the time I felt absolutely useless and I was so frustrated because I had to step up and play a role that I didn't want to play, as many of us did, because my job made it easier for me to do that. And I found it so hard. I felt like I couldn't be a good mum, I couldn't do my job, I felt like I couldn't homeschool properly. I would have great days and then I would have rubbish, rotten, low days. And every week I would tell Mark that I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this anymore. I'm knackered, I'm exhausted, I like feel resentful of the situation, I'm jealous of you in your position, even though like that can't be helped. And I just felt like it pushed me to the brink. But now I'm out the other side, I am so, I was going to swear, but you might be watching my kids, so I'm going to say flipping. I'm so flipping proud of myself. And you should be proud of yourself too, because the likelihood is that you were the one that stepped up in your family as well. And you're amazing. It makes me feel emotional. But hopefully we'll never have to do that again. I will never forget it. I will never forget like my strength and my determination. Even on the days where I felt useless, I still did it, I still turned up, and we still got it done. And I feel like empowered by my role in my family more than I ever have done in my life, because I still earned from my family. I got my kids taught, I tried to keep their happiness at the best level that I could. I showed up every day and I did my best, and my best is good enough, your best is good enough. I really believe that. I feel like it's a lot at the moment just because of everybody's emotions and feelings and frustrations at this whole situation. Really easy to turn on each other and compare, but there is no comparison to be made in this. There's no winners. Like if somebody else is losing in this situation, you're losing too, because that's what it is to be human. Like we need to have each other's backs. I really feel strongly about that. It's not just about girl code or any of that stuff. It's just, I feel like it's a human thing, and we just need to remember that we have no flipping clue what is going on in people's lives at the moment, do we? I mean, that makes me want to talk about Meghan and Harry, but then, like, am I best placed to talk about that? No, but then I don't think any of us are. I mean, we can cast our opinion on the situation, but I just kind of feel like anyone that's questioning someone's mental health, like, that's not good. And I've seen a lot of that, and I think it's a really ugly thing to see. And as someone that struggled with a mental health, I won't stand for it. And I think a question in all of this as well is that, like, you don't have to like Meghan and Harry to agree that the way they were treated by the British press was just absolutely disgusting. I mean, generally the way people in the public eye are treated by the British press is absolutely disgusting, and we play a part of that too, don't we? Because if we consume that, if we join in, if we let ourselves be led, then we're just as guilty. I think, like, sometimes shaking free of like gossip and opinion, and it's all nasty. And I come from a place where I feel like I know what I'm talking about because I was trained on that stuff. I did like lectures on tabloidism and like libel and everything. One of the big reasons why I left journalism was because I just didn't like the place that it was generally. Yeah, this is a really random chat, I'm sorry. I feel like I need a brew. I feel like I need something to hold. But what can I talk to you about? The kids are doing like really well. They seem to have adjusted really nicely to going back to school, although I will say that they are tired, they're knackered. And it's funny really because like homeschooling felt so intense for me, but I wonder really for them, like it was a few hours every morning and the juggle of it. But we did try and have the best fun that we could have. We do a dog walk every day, get out and get some fresh air, play with them, we do crafts and this, that and the other. And I guess comparatively, like being in school surrounded by loads of like people and sounds and stuff that overstimulates you, and then you've got like that, you know, like that slight pressure as you get older as a child. You're more aware that you're in a social environment and you lose that kind of freedom that maybe you do have at home. I think like it's just a lot for them, isn't it? One thing that's really good though is that Stan has always been someone that thought that like nursery was rubbish, and was never really that happy to go. He got in a really good place when he started again in September. But this week he's just so happy, and then when he's with me he's so happy, and he keeps coming up to me and cuddling me and kissing me and going, oh mama, I love you so much, I'm gonna give you a big hug and you're the best, you're my best friend. And I feel like he's just really like loving the fact that he gets a fuss there now and he gets one-on-one time with me again, and I've loved it with him this week. He's 3 tomorrow, which is crazy. By tomorrow I mean the 12th. Him and Bill are born on the 12th of their birthday months, and Daisy is the 21st. And I always like wondered if they would, like when Stan was due, I remember saying when like it was a pregnancy video, like I wonder if he's gonna have like a 1 and a 2 in his birthday, because his due date was the 13th, and I was right. And yeah, it was only a day early, but it was bloody huge, that child. He was £9.6. I don't know how I birthed him, to be honest, because I felt like he was my limit. Like pushing him out was hard work. Anyway, I might like watch his birth video again soon. I like to do that like when the birthdays roll around, because they're just such lovely memories, and I can't believe I'm not gonna do it again. Like it makes me emotional, and sometimes sometimes I feel broody, and I miss the fact that I'm not going to have any more children, but I just also have this feeling at the same time that I'm done. Like, but everybody always says that when you know, and that's it, and you just don't feel broody anymore. And don't get me wrong, when I see the people with babies, I'm not like, oh, I'm really gel. But when I think about my body and my babies and the fact that I'm saying goodbye to that chapter in my life, I feel like sadness. But I think maybe it's just that like knowledge that yeah, it's over, and that's okay. But I guess I'm just gonna have to wait now until I get a niece or nephew or something, hopefully one day, that I can snuggle, or grandchildren, or friends might have more babies. There's always that, isn't there? Because I love a baby snuggle. Like if you need me, if we're at like a baby group and you need to nip to the toilet, I will hold the baby. I'll hold the baby. I love it. And that's sad, isn't it? Because I've got friends, like my friend Vic's got a little boy called Oliver now, and he's 1. But when I last like properly spent time with him, he wasn't one, and he was a little baba, and like he smiles at me, and he always like seems happy to see me, and he's the most beautiful little boy ever. And now he's one. He's not even one, he's like 1 and 4 months one, like one big one. And he's going to be a different little boy when I see him properly again, and that makes me sad, because we've lost so much, haven't we? We've lost so much time with everybody. And I know that like the whole point of this is we keep working hard and we do what we're meant to do, we're going to get more time with more people hopefully, and we keep people safe, and I understand that that is like the goal. But if you are feeling it at the moment and you're feeling like, I think I'm getting emotional now, I just really miss my family. I miss them so much, and I miss my friends. And I talk to people, and I might bump into people, which is always lovely, you know, when you bump into someone you know now and you're like, oh, I'm gonna stay apart from you and I am on my exercise walk, but it's so flipping nice to see you. I miss that. I didn't realise how much of a sociable creature I was. Like, I have a really boring life. Like, sometimes when I think about the job that I don't feel like I'm good enough to do it, because like everybody else does these exciting things normally, and I do like play groups and I go and have a brew with my mum and go and check in with my grandparents every week and do swimming lessons and that kind of thing. And none of it is particularly glamorous at all, but it's the life I chose and the life I want to live, and I miss it so much, because those little things are everything. I'm never really that impressed by like huge grand gestures, but the little tiny moments of life, like that's why I started doing what I do, because I love to collect those little moments, like the way my children look when they laugh, or like, you know, the way the light came in through the window and it does every morning when it's sunny, and like those little things. That's what I live for. I love stuff like that. And I think that this like whole situation is just taking so much from people, and I think that even when things are like they are starting to get better and improve, and fingers crossed they keep doing that, I think that it's going to take us all a while to adjust again, because I like instinctively still want to hug people, but then I find that these days I'm also instinctively dodging people in paths, and I'm a social creature. Like, I will chat to anybody. I get it off my dad. I watched my dad doing it for years as a kid, and I always used to look at him like, oh my god, does he know everyone? Because he talks to everyone. But actually it must have rubbed off, because I love to chat to people. I don't really mind who. Like, if I meet someone in the street, or like I'm buying something at a shop, I still like relish those chats with people at the checkout, or like people that I recognise where I live. It's like amazing. But yeah, I miss that, and I'm sorry if you, I don't know, I'm apologising because I'm not sorry, because it's how I feel. What else can I talk to you about? Merlin's doing great. He's 6 months old now. He's going to be 17 months old actually next week, which is just crazy again. Like he is doing so well. He's just changed our lives so much. Like, I adore that dog. He's downstairs at the moment chilling. Mark's down there obviously working. I didn't bring him up here because he's got a habit of just like knocking everything over, and then like just wanting me to put him on his knee like I did when he was a baby puppy. But he's bloody huge. He's not fully grown yet by any means, because like 6 months is still like got a way to go. But he's just doing brilliantly. He's such a lovely boy, and I love him so much. He's amazing. And he's just like, when we come home and I can see him sat at the window wagging his tail to see the kids, because he's missed them so much, and I just think like I really think he's happy here, and that makes us happy. Like, he's doing fantastically. I need to film a video. I've got loads of questions that I've screen grabbed and kept to do a video with him, but at the moment like he's quite dirty because he's been on a really big walk, and we try not to wash him too much because I know it can like aggravate his skin and stuff. But I didn't want to bring him up here, and I don't know how to do it really, because dogs don't sit and stare at a camera with you, do they? So I have to work out a way of doing that. But that will be coming soon. I've also got other things to talk to you about as well, like the wedding and stuff. Like, as far as we know at the moment, hopefully that's gonna happen. We haven't booked a single thing apart from the registrar and the venue, so we have no food. We have not even sent invites out because we don't know how many people we're going to be allowed by that point in September. The only other exciting thing that I've done is bought wedding dresses off ASOS and tried them on for family, like via like taking photos and videos and stuff on Messenger. because that's how you do it in a pandemic, isn't it? Bill and Daisy were there helping me. It was at night, and yeah, I bought them from ASOS purely because I'm not a big spender. I'm not really, I don't need designer bags, I don't need designer shoes, I don't really care how much something costs as long as I like it and enjoy it, or if somebody else likes and appreciates it. I think that the worth of something is much more than its like monetary value. Do you know what I mean? And I've never been one of those people, like I don't care like where you do your shopping, I don't care whether you buy own brand or proper brand, I'm not fussed. Like if you love it, that's like cool by me. And I also feel like, as someone that's getting married the wrong way round, loosely termed, I mean it's right for us, but you know, you still get people like, do you know what I mean? You still feel a bit like, oh, I'm getting married and I've already got the kids, and it can be a bit awkward to tell people sometimes, I find. But I'm getting married our way round, but I also have this really, and Mark's the same, it feels really weird to us to spend so much money on a day. I don't want to be, it's just a day, because it's not. It's really important and special and we're really excited about it. However, we've got 3 children and I don't want to overspend on something where I could give us all a good day in another sense, or like we could put it towards a holiday, or put it towards like something that needs doing on our house, or put it towards our children because they need something. So I thought, oh, I'll try some ASOS dresses on, and I actually quite like a couple of them, and the most expensive was like 120 quid, I think, or maybe a bit more than that. We haven't done anything else, and if you're getting married, let me know if you've done anything, because for me, I don't want to get my hopes up and get too excited, spend too much time on it if, you know, things go backwards again. And September's quite a tricky time because things are usually better in the summer, if we refer to last year, but then like get worse again as it gets colder and stuff, which is understandable because that's when like bugs and that kind of thing are on the rise. So I don't know, don't want to put too much effort in, and I just want it to be a really nice day. We booked, I said this in my earlier videos, we booked a twilight wedding, so that is, a few people commented me like, I didn't realise you were such a big fan of vampires, and I was like, no babe, I'm not. I mean, I like Twilight, but I was always a bit more team Jacob, to be honest. Don't know, are you team Jacob or team Edward? I didn't really buy into the whole changing yourself to be with someone that you loved thing. Wasn't about that life. What am I chatting about? Anyway, twilight wedding is normally a wedding that starts later on in the day, so you're not there all day. It's a shorter thing. You come at like 3:30, the ceremony's at 4, and then we just want a big party. It's cheaper, it's better for the kids, we think, because they've got less chance of getting bored, and that's kind of what we want to do. We want a load of people that we really love in a room with us, and we can go, yeah, I love him dead loads and I love her dead loads, and we're man and wife, and I'm not changing my surname because he's got the same surname, so that's funny. And then we just go and eat and get drunk and dance, and I want a really naff disco. I want all those old, come on Eileen, oh I swear, I want all of that. I want people to let their hair down. I don't want them to worry about what they look like, because they look beautiful, because they matter to us, and I just want us all to have like a cracking party. That is all we want. We're very basic people. We just like a good time, and that's what I'm hoping for. And to be honest, I don't really care what my wedding looks like come September. If it goes ahead and we can have all the people that are really special to us there, then that will be enough. And if I need to raid a florist nearer the time and stick some flowers on the wall and stuff, hang some fairy lights up, I can do that, and we'll make it work, and we'll cross that bridge when we need to come to it. What else can I tell you? Like healthier eating is going well. Started that this year, and it probably wasn't the best time to start it. It's been hard work, but it is going really well, and I'm trying to undo basically years of like damage that diets do to my body, and my mindset, damage of other people's opinions, reflected on my body. Like, I understand that I put myself out there, but I really do believe that like freedom of speech is really important, but also freedom to live your life without hate or abuse is also equally as important. And just because you've got the right to say something doesn't mean that you should. And I think that like there's a lot to undo. People, most of you are wonderful, but there are some people on here that just aren't, and you know, they'll find ways to justify that behaviour, but the fact of the matter is, being unkind to people, whether in face or online or however, is not a right and good thing to do, and that is the be all and end all, I think. And it happens everywhere. Like, I've been fat shamed in the street, I've been fat shamed in relationships gone by when I was younger. I've always been like slightly chunkier, although when I look back I actually had a really fit and healthy body. I just didn't have a fashionable body at the time, and now I'm just trying to get to that point where like I love myself and I look after myself. And self-care, like, is a great term, and like if you want to have a glass of wine, you eat some chocolate and watch your favourite movie, then that's right for you at the time and it's great. But sometimes I was bracketing those things into self-care every single day, but actually I wasn't doing anything to look after my body internally, I wasn't doing anything to help my mind, I wasn't getting enough sleep, I wasn't being kind to myself. And now I'm just like trying to exercise as much as I can, do loads of steps and stuff, and I have lost weight, but what's amazing is that my phone tracks like my heart health. It tracks like obviously how many steps I'm doing, and my ability to exercise, like how well I'm doing at it, how productive I am when I'm exercising. My heart health and my like the way my heart reacts and how much oxygen I'm getting into my body is improved, and you can plot it. There's like a health app on my phone that links up to it, and I can plot how much better, and it's gone like up in terms of percentages from January when I started to now, which is amazing, because seeing that, I know that I'm like doing good in here, and I'm seeing results in my body. Like, my skin's cleared up, I'm feeling like better about myself, I'm feeling more me, but I also feel like it's doing wonders for my head as well. Like, I've talked about my mental health loosely before. I don't like to go into it too much because I just feel like when you do talk about it, it has to be right, and sometimes it makes me feel too vulnerable, and I don't know, it makes me nervous. It's making me nervous now, but it's just done wonders, and I'm really pleased that I'm like still going. Like, I measured myself, because people always say, especially when you exercise and you're watching what you eat, you should also do your measurements as well, because sometimes when you're exercising you'll gain muscle and you won't lose weight as quickly, which is what I found. However, I think I measured myself at the start of February, and I measured myself at the start of March, and I've lost 8.5 inches around my body, which is amazing. And like, I could see it in little things, like my leggings were digging in, and I didn't even know that leggings could do that, but they're not anymore. They're like very loose. And then wellies, I've always had massive calves, and obviously I got some wellies last year because I walked the dog a lot, and when I first got them on, they like didn't fit, like they barely went over the top of my calf, and now like they slip on and off no problem. And that like, they're just lovely, amazing things. My joints are less painful, and that's huge for me, like, because one of the main reasons why I started, because I just wasn't feeling great, and I was feeling really lethargic and unfit and just gross. Whereas now I'm feeling like I'm on to something. And you know what, I'm like, you know, a couple of 2.5 months in, and I haven't given up, and I haven't stopped, and this has all been done off my own back. I'm not into a group, I haven't got anyone to hold me accountable, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm feeling good about that, and long may it continue. I don't want this to just be me doing something because I want to lose weight. I want this to be habits that I'm keeping in my life, because I should move my body, and I should look after my body, and I should care about myself. So yeah, that was my soapbox. My camera's just told me that I've talked too long, so I should probably stop now filming another video on two of my favourites. But I just wanted to come on and chat and like say sorry that I've not been my usual self, because it's just been, I felt like something had to give, and like I wanted to make sure that my kids' needs were like, because I had the option, the ability to, because we're very lucky to put them first, so I wanted to, and life is getting like a little bit easier and slowly a bit more normal. So I want to try and keep like regular remote uploads and stuff, and if there's anything that you want to see, let me know in the comments and things like that. I'd like to start vlogging again. Maybe I'll do it this weekend, I don't know, or just have to see how I feel. I stopped vlogging just because there was nothing to say, and every day felt the same, and I just didn't, I don't know, it didn't feel right. And like I have days where like I'm really struggling. I think sometimes, like, you know, when you see people put themselves out there on the internet and they become like someone, like cause it's bizarre, right? Because I'm an influencer, but I follow people who I'm fans of, and I get influenced by things because other people recommend them, and like I learn things off other people. Like, I'm not immune to it, but I think sometimes like it's a very like switched on world where you're always on and I'm rarely off. And I just wanted to take a time to like not project my like bad days on people if you didn't need to see that, but also not like bring people down at the same time if I was having a good day and you watched my video and then felt like every day was like that. Because 9 times out of 10 I won't film my bad days, because I'm not able to process what's happening with a camera, and like it's really unnatural. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and chat really. So if there's like, if you want to chat, if you want to offload in the comments, then like you are more than welcome to, and you know, be there for each other. Like, I mean, you're all so lovely as well. Like, I always see you chatting to each other in the comments, and you're such a nice bunch. And yeah, I will be checking in. I'm gonna make sure I put this live when I have the proper opportunity to respond and like sit and chat with you, and be there, like I used to be a lot better at doing until recently. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, whatever you're up to. I'm gonna film about my fairy liquid and stuff, and yeah, I will hopefully see you all very, very soon. So take care of yourselves, and yeah, I'll see you soon.